So, let's check this TikTok video out. We're gonna play it one go and then break it down.
I'm convinced I had a baby by a fucking idiot. Shout out to Corey for taking care of his kids, but I'm about to talk shit. My baby dad took my oldest son to a doctor's appointment by himself for the first time. My son is about to be 4. Normally I handle those things. I couldn't handle it today. Right? So he calls me. He's going through the questionnaire and he's like, I need help answering these questions. I'm like, okay, cool. What's the question? He's reading off the paper. Do you or your kids worry about where your next meal is going to come from or when it's going to come? I'm on the other end of the phone like, and he's like, do you hear me? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what am I supposed to put? Yes, no, sometimes. I said, Corey, how many times a day do your kids eat? He goes, I don't know, like 3 or 4. Are they ever without food? No. Is there food in the fridge? Yes. Is there food in the cupboard? Yes. Do they go out to eat multiple times a week? Yeah. Do they go without food? No. Okay, so put no on the paper. You don't worry about where your kids are going to get their next fucking meal. They go back to the room. The doctor is asking him questions. He's answering them to the best of his ability. The doctor goes, well, what kind of food does he eat? Corey goes, pizza. And the doctor goes, that's all? And he's like, yeah. I'm on speakerphone. And I'm like, why are you lying? I said, he eats a variety of foods. He doesn't really like vegetables, but he will eat broccoli and he'll eat salad. He eats fruit. Fruit is his favorite. Fruit snacks, chips, home-cooked meals, chicken, rice, pot roast. My son is 40 pounds. He's 3. He eats a lot. And it's not just pizza. Corey goes, well, that's his favorite food. That's not what the fuck she asked you! Fucking embarrassing. Then he goes, the doctor's asking him more questions. And she's like, yeah, does he clap his hands? Corey's like, Jazz, does he clap his hands? My son is about to be 4. He talks in full sentences. He will tell you shapes, colors, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. He will tell you every animal that he knows in the fucking ocean because he loves sea animals, sea creatures. He is smart, baby. He is very smart. He walks around the house going, yay, I did it! And you just asked me if he can clap? Get the fuck off of my phone. I had to hang up. I had to get off the phone because I was getting so mad. I was getting so fucking mad. You're embarrassing. And the thing is, he knows this information. He'd just be like, anytime somebody asks him something, use your brain. I'm convinced I had a baby by a fucking idiot.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Women don't understand what they're doing to men. Right? They don't. They don't. Here's a woman, just after seeing that, right? You can see that she's a woman that will verbally abuse you. The nagging, right? This is the thing that women don't understand. If a man is with a woman, a lot of times, he's scared of her. Right? He's scared of her. Not necessarily in the scare that, fighting and beating up. No, but he's scared of her that he's scared of doing wrong. Right? He's scared of doing wrong. Because how many men, and we know this, we as men, we know this, right? The verbal abuse that women pour onto men is disgusting. The nagging, right? So, sometimes, right? Let's say this, even the common sense shit. Men know that, you know what? It may be common sense, but again, what if I say something that she doesn't like? What if I say something that's not to her liking? And men know this, right? Whether it's right or wrong, if she doesn't like it, well, he's going to get an earful. Men do not like it. Men do not like the nagging. Men do not like verbal abuse, which women pour onto men. But women don't see it. Women don't see it as verbal abuse, right? They don't. So they don't understand how they I guess in a way, train men to fear them. And this is the thing, right? I think, especially the men that are not toxic, right? But the men don't have necessarily the self-respect. Okay? Maybe men that have a bit of like kind of a doormat mentality, men that has a bit of a no backbone mentality. Yeah. And I've been there, right? This is not me shitting on men, but it's like me, like, I've been there. I've been there where, okay, my ex, my baby mom, said, oh, why aren't you helping me with this school application? To be honest, right? I don't know what to do. In the sense that I don't know what to do if it's right or wrong. Because again, I know her. If I do it the way I think it should be done, I can get yelled at. I can say that, oh no, you shouldn't do it like that, or this or that. So then, do I want to do it and then get yelled at? Or just like, you know what, you do it. Right? Men know this. Right? Men that's been in relationships, we know this, right? So, instead of just like doing it our way, we'll just let you do it your way. Because at the end of the day, we're going to get yelled at if we did it our way. If it's not to your standards or your own viewpoint, then we would get yelled at. I mean, so men just don't bother. Let's break it down a bit.
Shout out to Corey for taking care of his kids, but I'm about to talk shit. My baby dad took my oldest son to a doctor's appointment by himself for the first time. My son is about to be 4. Normally I handle those things. I couldn't handle it today.
So this is the thing, right? About to be 4, which is 4-year-old, right? So this is like, this man is not, he's a relatively new father. Women, this is the insanity, right? Women predominantly take care of the children. Okay? She says she normally handles this. So really, you think about this. He doesn't have experience in this. Women always assume that men are incompetent, right? Incompetent when it comes to children. But women never think, is it incompetence or have you gained the experience that rightfully so you can take care of your children, right? You can do things. No, women expects this man handling for the first time, he should know what to do off the bat, right? This is the thing where I've seen new moms get shit wrong, right? New moms, like a newborn baby. I've seen new moms get shit wrong. But if a man gets shit wrong, what does he get? He gets an earful of nagging. He gets an earful of calling incompetence. Right? This is the thing, right? We give leeway. We give empathy. We give, some support or whatever. We give we give women, right, on some more understanding if they're new moms and they're trying to do things. We don't call new moms, if they do something wrong, incompetent. We don't. We don't yell at women. We don't belittle women if they get things wrong. When it comes to children, we don't. But if it's a man who gets something wrong, maybe not understand something, is new to shit, we call it incompetence. We belittle the men. And that's something. So this is society, right? Like, that's what we do to men. So you wonder why men fear this shit, right? They're scared. They're scared of effing up. Because really, women are more critical of men when it comes to children. But they are so empathetic, so supportive when it comes to women. And if they do something wrong, they will be supportive of it. They will help. But when it comes to men, they call it incompetence.
Right? So he calls me, he's going through the questionnaire, And he's like, I need help answering these questions. I'm like, okay, cool. What's the question? He's reading off the paper. Do you or your kids worry about where your next meal is going to come from or when it's going to come? I'm on the other end of the phone like, and he's like, do you hear me? I'm like,
you hear that, right? So do some little critical thinking, right? Do a bit of critical thinking. Here's a man that is worried of answering it wrong. Something that's relatively simple, right? I'm not saying that it's a hard question. It's not. But this is a man that's been broken down, right? He's broken down. He's a new father, right? This is his first time. I mean, it's like, again, this is his first time taking his child to the doctor. So don't you ever think, maybe he's nervous? No. This is what I'm saying, right? When men have feelings, right? When men have any kind of feelings, there's no empathy for it. There's no care about, he may be nervous. That's the thing, right? Here's a man who's first time taking his child to the doctors. He's never done it. The child is like almost about to turn 4. So he's about 3 years, right? It's new. And he's never done it before. So, 1, he's probably nervous. 2, he's probably scared of doing the wrong thing. There's no empathy, right? With women are so synonymous of being empathetic, right? Being caring, being understanding. Where's the understanding in that? Where's the empathy in that? Right? You can't see that, maybe he's nervous and maybe, right, he's scared of being yelled at, being nagged for doing something wrong, which maybe, yes, is a simple question, but why can't he feel those emotions, right? So sometimes, right, it happens when even a simple question or simple act, if you're nervous, if you're possibly scared, you may not think straight, right? I've seen it before. Something simple, someone, might not think straight. They might not be able to answer. And this is the thing, right? Yes, it is crazy that men cannot have feelings. Right? Men can't be nervous. Men can't be men are not allowed to have feelings. Right? He could have a mental fart, right? It's like he'd not be thinking straight because of emotions. Emotions will cloud your brain. And again, we'll see it. We're going to see it. He can be scared. He can be scared that, you know what? He's never done this before. And he's scared of doing the wrong thing and getting yelled at. And this is a parent thing, right? The whole sassy thing is like men are just not allowed to feel emotions. Yes, and that's what I think, right? Women definitely aren't empathetic, especially towards men.
Yeah, he's like, what am I supposed to put? Yes, no, sometimes. I said, Corey, how many times a day do your kids eat? He goes, I don't know, like 3 or 4. Are they ever without food? No. Is there food in the fridge? Yes. Is there food in the cupboard? Yes. Do they go out to eat multiple times a week? Yeah. Do they go without food? No. Okay, so put no on the paper. You don't worry about where your kids are going to get their next fucking meal. They go back to the room. The doctor is asking him questions. He's answering them to the best of his ability. The doctor goes, well, what kind of food does he eat? Corey goes, pizza. And the doctor goes, that's all? And he's like, yeah. I'm on speakerphone. And I'm like, why are you lying? I said, he eats a variety of foods. He doesn't really like vegetables, but he will eat broccoli and he'll eat salad. He eats fruit. Fruit is his favorite. Fruit snacks, chips.
You can see that she was yelling, right? Again, he's not lying. He likes pizza, right? So this is the thing where, again, he's nervous. This man is he's not allowed to be nervous, right? He's not allowed to be He's nervous and possibly scared, okay? So, off the top of his brain, the doctor said, "What does he eat?" Well, he says pizza. Okay, well, he likes pizza and he probably eats it a lot, right? So he says that. It's just straight. It's a straightforward answer. But this is the thing, right? Again, that wasn't a lie. He did eat. He does eat pizza. He does like pizza. So you making it seem like no, this man is nervous and he just. This is the first answer straight off the top of his head. Okay, maybe the doctor could say, "Can you expand on him more? Does he eat other things?" I mean, it's like, again, how she talks about it. She's belittling him. You think like feeling belittled as a man, does that help you answer better, right? And to not being understanding of, maybe, like I said, he is, scared, like I said, he's nervous. This is new to him. So really, it's like, he's not thinking straight, or he's not fully thinking in detail. Okay, that's understandable. But no, what do? Continue to call that incompetence. And here's the funny thing, right? This supposedly incompetent man, you gave him children. What does that make you? This is the thing where it always fascinates me, right? It's always women that bashes men, that has so much negative names, so much shitty names for men, yet those men, they give him children. Ain't that something? So this man who is incompetent, you gave him a children, and it sounds like you gave him multiple children, but you at least gave him one child. Okay, so this man was worthy of you giving a child to, but he's so incompetent. That's not a good light on you, right? You are attracted to an incompetent man. So really, that's not a great image on women like this, right? Women that give deadbeat men, right, children. How's that speak volume? But how's that speak a great light on you? It's a negative light. So women think that can bash these men that they give children to. You are a red flag yourself. Because this is what you value, right? This is what you thought was a good idea to give children to. That's what I want to talk about. And I'm not even necessarily saying this man is incompetent, but I'm saying that here is the delusion of women. To give children to men that they see in negative lights, right? These women give children to men that they think are below them, incompetent, deadbeats, all that shit. Yet you gave children to these men.
Home cooked meals, chicken, rice, pot roast. My son is 40 pounds. He's 3. He eats a lot. And it's not just pizza. Corey goes, well, that's his favorite food. That's not what the fuck she asked you!
Would you not be scared of that? If you were in a relationship with that. This is the thing, right? Where you're not seeing that. This woman who can easily get emotional like this, she probably goes off on this man, right? She probably yells at this man, nag on this man. So, do you not? This is the thing where women seem to not understand. Okay, the turmoil, the how you treat men have actually affected men, right? So, nagging on him, yelling at him, verbally abusing him. Well, now this man is scared of you. So that affects his thinking, affects his critical thinking. So really, he's not saying things right because he's nervous and he's scared of you. He's scared of saying the wrong thing, or, he can't think of saying the right thing. That's the thing. Women don't understand what you're doing. And again, I've been there. In the sense that I don't know what to do for, like, let's say something for, like, my kid or something, because I don't know if I'm doing it your way, right? Maybe not in the right way, right? But it's like, I know that I'm probably not doing it your way. And women like this, Okay, women like this who's controlling, I guarantee you, controlling. They will control the situation. If you don't do it to their liking, okay, how they view it, you should do it. You will be nagged, you will be yelled at, you will be verbally abused.
Fucking embarrassing. Then he goes, the doctor's asking him more questions. And she's like, yeah, does he clap his hands? Corey's like, Jazz, does he clap his hands? My son is about to be...
This is the thing, right? Where he turns to her. Because this is some critical thinking, man, right? We know this. He is scared. Look at how she's acting, right? Reacting. He is scared of answering it wrong. Even though if he may knew the answer, right? But the fear, right? The fear, the nervousness, okay? It is giving him a mental blank. He doesn't know what to answer. He's scared of answering it. He's scared. Maybe he could say, yes, he does clap, but he's scared. He is scared to say, oh, maybe I didn't say it the right way. He's scared of it. This is the thing women don't understand. Emotion will affect your brain. Emotion affects your thinking. Okay? Why do you think people say, don't be emotional, right? They say don't be emotional because it affects how you think. So this man, again, like I said, he's nervous and he's scared. This woman is on the phone with him, right? So he's scared. So he just, it is, see, this is the thing, right? For men, it's easier to just like, to turn, if a man is in a relationship or whatever, right? A baby mom, it's easier for him to just turn to her. He said like, whatever answer you say, I'll just go with it. Instead of thinking for himself and potentially getting yelled at, right? Getting yelled at and belittled for whatever answer he make, right? Whether wrong or right. Okay? Men will think about, okay, you know, why do I even answer if I'm going to get yelled at, right? Why am I going to do this action? Why am I going to do this whatever and potentially get yelled at? I just might as well just talk. I might as well just say, here, you answer it. You give the answer that you think is right, and I won't get yelled at. That's how men think, right? Why would I want to get yelled at for doing something that I may think, right? I might as well just, here, you go. Whatever you say, it goes, so I won't get yelled at. This is the emotional suffering of men. We don't want to get yelled at. But this is the thing where we constantly get emotionally abused, verbally abused. Okay? It's like, yes, sometimes a lot of men, there's no right answer, right? There's no right way to answer something because who knows? If she finds it a wrong way or whatever, we will get yelled at and we don't want to deal with it, right? Emotional abuse is very heavy for men, right? Men rather get physically abused. So, he said, here, I will just default to you. Whatever you say, that's the answer. So I won't get yelled at. Yet that's the thing, right? Women want men to think for themselves or something, but it's like how you treat the man has changed him. Okay? How you treat the man has pretty much broken him. That's why he fears. That's why he's scared, right? And that's why a lot of men turn into doormats. Why a lot of men loses their backbone.
4, he talks in full sentences. He will tell you shapes, colors, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. He will tell you every animal that he knows in the fucking ocean because he loves sea animals, sea creatures. He is smart, baby. He is very smart. He walks around the house going, yay, I did it! And you just asked me if he can clap? Get the fuck off of my phone. I had to hang up. I had to get off the phone because I was getting so mad. I was getting so fucking mad. You're embarrassing. And the thing is, he knows this information. He just be like,
He knows these information. But like I said, right? He is nervous. It's like men can't be nervous, right? And also, he is scared. He's scared. Look at how she acts, right? Look at how she acts. I guarantee you that's how she acts on the phone. So he is scared of maybe, yes, I may know it. I may know these answers, but you know what? What if I potentially answered wrong? Right? And I will get yelled at. Right? This is the thing where, again, I've been there. If I think that I'm answering right, but there's a chance that she may see it as wrong, getting yelled at, I might as well just default to her, right? I might as well just get the answer from her so I don't get yelled at all. Hopefully, that's what men think, right? Where, you know what? Her answer is the always right answer, so why might as well just default to her answer, right? So I just default to her answer, so potentially I don't get yelled at. I don't get nagged on. Because a lot of times, right? And I've been there and I've done that. For women, it's their way or the highway. So if I potentially do things my way, and it happens a lot in relationships, right? It happens a lot. If I do things my way and potentially it's not her way or her what she wanted to happen or do, I get yelled at. And then the constant that again, right? Doing that continuously, right? I do what I think is right, getting yelled at. I do what I think is right, getting criticized. I do what I think is right, getting put down, called incompetent, called I might as well just do myself. Years of that, okay? Months, years, continuous of that cycle, it will break men down. This is the thing when women don't understand their power. If a man cares about you, loves you, or in some kind of relationship with you, that dynamic, women will break men down. Rip out their backbones, destroy it, turn men into doormats. And so now this man is defaulting to her to whatever she says, right? He's scared. He's scared that, you know what, I can do something wrong and I'm going to get yelled at. So I might as well just default to you, right? Default to whatever you say. But even that gets yelled at. So now you just left the man to not know what to do. Should I just do things my way? Or if I do things my way, I'm going to get yelled at. So what? Should I do things her way? But I'll do it her way. I'll still get yelled at. That creates the depression that a lot of men feel in relationships. And this is the insanity, right? This is the insanity.
Anytime somebody asks him something, use your brain.
When you treat a man like a child, right? Even, look at this, right? Even if he just did things he does things right, what he thinks is right, and you treat an adult like a child, right? You talk down to them. You are destroying them, right? You are literally chipping away at them until they become a doormat. That hurts, right? That hurts because a lot of men that are good, right? In these relationships, I've heard so many stories, right? Men that are in marriages and shit like that, right? Where women constantly chip away at them and create these doormats of a men. That's sad, right? That's sad. That's why I said, right? It's just that a lot of men have no self-respect in themselves, right? They don't. And again, I've been there. I suffered from that, right? I suffered from that in my last relationship. I did, right? Because I was like this, right? I was like this, right? And I consider myself at least a competent, intelligent man, right? I'm not saying I'm like that intelligent, but at least a competent intelligent. And yet, when you have such domineering women, right? Such emotionally abusive, right? Verbally abusive women, it will chip away at you. Okay? It is like a punch, right? That constantly hitting at you, right? You're constantly feeling that punch. You're constantly getting hit at until you're just a weak mess, right? You're just like destroyed. So when you're at your lowest, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to think, right? You are practically mindless. And I've been there, right? And it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. And this is the thing where women don't understand. It's not weaponized incompetence. It is the destruction of men's self-esteem. It is the backbone ripping that women do and the doormat transforming that women do to men. All right? It's not weaponized incompetence. It is you destroying these men. This is the thing where women do not expect men to have emotions, right? Women don't expect men to have emotions. So it's surprising that, you know what? We as men feel this emotional abuse where, you know what? You have damaged us. Now we don't know what to think. We don't want to do anything wrong in your eyes. I just think it's sad, right? I just think it's sad. But I don't know. What do you guys think? It's craziness, right?